recomendarlo, por eso se está haciendo este board meeting. ¿Querés hablarlo vos, hermano?
Para la seguridad también.
Creo que no podemos dejar el edificio solo.
We're coming back to the building within a month, more or less. You remember? Okay. When we entered as board members, we were told that we were going to have the plans approved immediately. And one of the things that we had which was the security. We didn't pay the security. We needed security with an empty building for such a long time. In our minds, we thought the county and the city is going to approve the plans. And after they approve the plans, we're going to do the work. And then everybody's going to come back to the building. And then when everybody's back in the building, we're going to work on the electrical and this little parts that I kind of learned after. The problem is that what we were sold that we were coming back within a month, it's not true. A lot of work needed to be done with the electrical, and security is still here. We didn't put the security in the budget. We didn't put it. We didn't think that it was going to. We made it. I don't know if it's a mistake. I don't know, but we didn't know that the building was going to be empty for such a long time. So now we have to pay the security, and we're under and a negative. Correct? Yes. So that's something that we also have to address. Also, as the electrical part, which is not an easy one, or it's a lot of money with the electrical part. We have to put it maybe in a special assessment. We don't know. We're just trying to figure out how to do it so we can come back as soon as possible. But they're going to be, the problem is that they need the money right away. So when they come to do the electrical part, it's payment immediately. That's where we are at this.
I mean, the bottom line is they're going to have to collect more money. I think that we probably should do it as a special assessment so as not to confuse the monthly coupon amounts. But ultimately, because of the security, because of unforeseen things, the likelihood is there's going to be another special assessment. But at least now we know what the city is going to require in order for the building to reopen, because that finally was approved in July. So we're moving, but not as fast as everybody had hoped.
Yeah. Maria, also the people.
Jessica, hay gente que está esperando, fíjate si la puedes aceptar. Acepta estos dos. Su perfecto.
Management one with everybody as management and as bookkeepers. We decided that we couldn't have management one anymore with us because they're also in a class action and there's many things why we decided not to have them anymore. And we have a company that is going to have the books separate from management. We have the company and they're taking care of that as we speak. All the paper, every information that they gather from management one is a little difficult to digest and have it under control and to give you all the answers that you need, like your question. So we're doing that as we speak at this moment. It hasn't been an easy one because management, whatever they return to us is not any. I don't know, Maria.
We just, okay, the accountant is gonna have a meeting with all of us, an open meeting. He's willing to come and have a meeting so he can explain. He just scrambled a lot of stuff and he just finally put it together, the financials, and he's still having problem with some unit owners to put all their payments in it. We just pick up like a $30,000 in checks alone from management one that they were since May, that nobody gave us a call saying you guys have a check here. Okay, so I just deposit those monies. So those monies are there. We're holding it.
Yeah.
¿Por les parece responder algunas preguntas del Zoom o quieren seguir con las presenciales?
Vamos a terminar.
Terminaremos de una vez y después hacemos las preguntas.
Bueno,
Okay. The discussion of new rules for bias assessment.
exacto. Y después
Okay.
hacemos el adjustment, ¿eh? Hay
Yeah.
que hacer el adjustment.
So,
¿Qué chune?
to
Hacerme.
protect the residents here
subir,
in
Voy a
Crestview
subir el láser.
and to protect the small investors here in Crestview, we are
No
building
podemos pagar ni que tienen
or
obra.
we already have
Bueno,
Stuart worked
que van a
on,
explicar algo ahí en la pantalla.
on new rules for buyers. So that means that when a buyer comes and wants to buy a unit, it has to stick with the
So why
rules
for that
that
since we
we
have
are,
ongoing assessment, ongoing, the
maybe,
both can
how
get
do you say
along
that?
based
We
on
are,
that.
You're promulgating rules. I mean, the documents basically give the association discretion to
Yeah.
approve or not. And so what we're gonna do is promulgate rules that everybody knows what to expect and what will likely be approved and what will likely not be approved. However, this is one of those meetings that requires 14 days notice, so we're telling you about it, but we can't
Yes,
actually vote
yeah.
on it until the 14-day notice is provided, and at that point, it'll be formally adopted. But the bottom line is that new, criteria for purchase will be put in place in the next few weeks, depending on when we can get them. We're probably gonna do that meeting, I think, with the assessment meeting,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah.
that way it's just one mail out. So, because again, that type of a rule change requires 14 days notice and a mail out.
Okay,
¿Podemos cerrar?
Sí.
¿Hacemos el adjournment?
Vamos a cerrar.
entonces?
I'm gonna adjourn the meeting, we will close the meeting.
No, las
At,
preguntas después. Vamos a cerrar
At
primero la agenda.
7:34.
A las 7. ¿Quién la second? ¿Lo second vos, Mónica? The second motion?
second motion,
You're approved? Herman approved?
we adjourn.
The German has
Yeah,
Ese que ya te más,
7:36.
Yeah, but we didn't.
Yeah, I don't, I mean, I don't
Cerramos.
have to adjourn. I mean, you can certainly have the discussion during the meeting. So we're gonna all sit here anyway.
That guy.
I mean, why don't we just keep the meeting going? And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't really make sense.
Yeah,
So,
I'm agree
We
with
have
Stuart,
completed all of the
actually.
votes that we need to have, so it's.
Right.
That's why we
you know,
just had.
So
Yeah,
I would just keep it open so that we can,
Yes, I do think that people from Zoom, they have questions about the agenda.
Right, and also, you know what, say, hey, why didn't you?
Que se después de terminar
No,
la
pero
agenda.
there are questions
Sí,
about
que
the
pienso
agenda que
tipo,
ellos
sí,
tienen.
sí.
And also, it doesn't matter, I mean, we're all gathered here, so we should, there's no reason to adjourn the meeting until everybody's done talking. I mean, at a certain point, maybe it'll get adjourned, but I mean, I think it's sort of.
Okay, we're gonna keep mine.
Pero que sean de la agenda. Que sea la agenda. Entonces,
Okay.
we have more questions.
She has one.
Okay.
Una por persona. Eso no está en la agenda.
So we can get it. Okay,
Eso no está en la
we
agenda.
we had done the information. We did, we had done it. Yeah, we had, okay. Then I'll
It's
tell
on the
you.
website.
Yeah,
No,
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 cuéntame. Me ha caído caracho, no me he dado cuenta. Sí, pues que será su caracho, se le va a caer. Pero no se raja porque si no le queda manchado. Ahorita se le
That's
queda.
why he just asked.
Ya está
Okay.
secando.
Vamos a poner en la pregunta
Because we cannot give you, right now a percentage per se.
No, we cannot.
We cannot give you, that's why
Okay.
the accountant is gonna have a meeting with everybody.
Okay.
Where he's gonna explain, and hopefully by that time, he's gonna have everything.
We
together.
have, okay, yeah, but we are people in line from the Zoom to ask questions regarding the agenda. And your question, yeah.
It's a common misconception. The board can talk about anything it wants. It can only vote on items that are on the agenda, but it can talk about anything. And while it does not, the law does not require the board to allow people to ask open questions, open forum. The board is
¿Quién eres tú?
Might as well just do it during the meeting.
contratados.
None of this will be in the minutes,
Oh,
because
yeah.
again,
Yeah,
questions and
that's
answers
what
don't go in the minutes, the only thing that goes to the minutes is, what votes were taken, et cetera. But again, I mean, technically, we're not supposed to be talking about association business outside of an association meeting. It's done all the time where people do it in the way that, is being suggested, but again, there's no reason to do it that way, and since, I think we're gonna just continue with the meeting. So, does anyone have a question? I know, I really
Que
shouldn't.
más vamos a pagar de semen, mire. En el chat.
That was trying to answer, I mean, the bottom, no, what was